Hey guys, it's Jonathan here from Aus Speed Automotive and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the privilege of being able to show you our 2017 HSV GTS-R Maloo. A couple of the standout differences between your standard GTS Maloo and your GTS-R is obviously the front end. It's a lot more aggressive. It's actually got the GTS-R insignia on the front of the car, and this is one of Holden's hero colors. So this is son of a gun gray. So in 2017, Holden brought out a few hero colors. One is very popular and everyone knows about, which is Spitfire green. You've got Light My Fire orange, and the example we've got in front of us today, which is son of a gun. So in my personal preference, I absolutely love son of a gun gray. It is beautiful in the sunlight. The coarse metallic, it just stands out and it just screams Holden, and it screams going out with a bang. So it's absolutely awesome. So these also have the Panorama Forged 20-inch rims on it. This particular example, obviously, we're doing this video because the car is going to be coming up for sale through Aus Speed Automotive. Actually comes with two sets of rims. A dead giveaway as to what's under the bonnet should be the Mickey Thompsons on the back. So it does come with a set of street tires, and it also comes with a set of racing tires. So it's an honor because this is Holden's holy grail of cars, well, in our eyes. And the best part is it was built across the road. When these HSVs started their life, they actually started their life as just standard Commodore Utes. And then what would happen with these cars is that if they were hand-picked to go over to the HSV division, they'd be shipped over to Melbourne. They'd put the HSV body kits on them, HSV interior, and the HSV running gear. And obviously stamped as a HSV. So that's pretty much how Holden's did it. And to be able to sell one of the last of the holy grail cars and being across the road from the Holden plant, it's actually quite a special experience for myself personally. So looking down the side of the car, you can obviously see the 20-inch forged panorama wheels with the GTS-R insignia in them. You've also got your upgraded flutes, and one thing that I am a personal fan of on these GTS-Rs is the hard lid. It just looks absolutely incredible from the back end. The car looks menacing. And can I just have a shout out to what is current owner, because this vehicle is on consignment with us, for looking after this car so perfectly. We have never seen a paint job as good as this. It's just incredible. On the HSV range is they put this extra light in on the tailgate, and with the GTS-R you've got some more aggressive accents on the rear bar, including the really sharp exhaust tips, which is controversial because they're not really real. So if you actually have a look in there, you can see that there's two pipes, and then you've got the nice chrome bezel on the outside. As I was saying before, my personal favorite part of the car is the rear of the car. I don't know why, I just do, but I like the little humps here, plus with the extra added lights and the humps at the back, it makes it look extremely aggressive. So for us, it's, like I said before, it's the Aussie Holden Ute. It's use it from Monday to Saturday as a trade, and then Saturday night take it roll racing. You can even chuck your racing slicks in the back. It's great. There's actually quite a lot of space in the back of these cars. So if I just come through and lift it up and open it, let you have a look in there. This all opens up. Obviously it's never been used, but you can see the amount of space that is just inside this ute. It's absolutely incredible. And obviously this all locks up through the central locking system, so it's extremely safe. So if you do decide to put your racing slicks in the back of this bad boy, no one's gonna pinch them. So it's pretty cool.
This GTS-R is arguably one of the coolest Aussie cars ever made. The exterior looks amazing, but now it's time to show you how good this beast sounds.
One thing that I love about Holden's is these awesome key fobs. They've got remote start on them. So that was something that was integrated with the VFs. And it's probably one of the best things because in a summer's day, you can preset your temperatures and pre-start your car and have it cool by the time you get in it, or in winter, warm it up. So without further ado, let you listen to our GTS-R Maloo. You'll hear two beeps, and then you hold down your remote start, and here we go. How good does this thing sound? I'm gonna jump in it, I'm gonna give it a few revs, and I'm gonna let you listen to it. She sure does sound spicy. This car would absolutely scare the hell out of your neighbours when you start it first thing in the morning.
Yes, it sounds amazing, and that's thanks to everything that has been done to this car. Speaking of that, let me run you through what's been done to this GTSR Maloo.
All right guys, so what you've all been waiting for, let's pop the bonnet. And you can have a look at the heart of the beast. So because this has had such an extensive modification list, I'm actually going to get my phone out and read it out to you because there's just too much to know. So when this car was purchased by its owner, pretty much I think he said it done about 20, 30 Ks, and they pulled the motor out and they sent it off to get fully built. So this is actually bored out and stroked to a 427 with Darton sleeves. So for those of you who know a Darton sleeve block alone is worth absolutely mega bucks. So that's exactly what's happened with this particular car. The supercharger that's on it is a 2650 Harrop supercharger, and it's actually got an interchiller. So the interchiller is actually just under the cowl panel. Harrop pulleys, it's got catch cans. Because this runs dedicated E85, it's got an AFR gauge, which is tucked away neatly in the glove box. It's got full books and receipts, which is one of the best things about this car, and we do have contact with the gentleman that built the motor. It's got ceramic coated pistons for even heat distribution when they are obviously under full acceleration. It's got trick flow heads, which are from Mamo Motorsports over in the USA. So Mamo Motorsports, I've already mentioned them a couple of times. Mamo Motorsports are like the best in the world for building LS motors. It's got a stall converter behind it. The diff's been built with 3/7 gears, and it's got a 2-inch primary exhaust on it. So that is just a recipe for a mammoth amount of numbers. So this car has been engine tested. It made approximately 1,200 horsepower and 1,100 foot-pounds of torque.
Now it's time to run you through the gorgeous interior on the GTSR.
Standout point of this car is these awesome seats. So Holden's called these their podium seats. So as you can tell, they're very different from your standard GTS and your standard Maloos. So they are what they call the podium seat, Alcantara with the leather inserts. It's got the diamond pattern stitching, and the external piping is actually red stitch. So they are a really nice contrasting seat with the GTSR insignia embroidered onto the car. So the one thing that Holden done really well with these cars is they made them very user-friendly, yet have that touch of luxury. So the standard cars have a lot of soft touch plastics in them, a lot of leather, and your standard refinements, which is basically parking sensors, electric handbrake, you've got your Bluetooth streaming. This particular example has paddle shifts and your chunkier HSV style steering wheel. So they're just a perfect blend of your tradie ute and your performance car. So you can be at Bunnings on Saturday morning picking up your timber for site, and then Saturday night you can go down to Tailem Bend and do some roll racing. It's just a perfect blend of the famous Aussie Holden Ute. And to go out with a bang with this particular car is absolutely phenomenal. I take my hat off to Holden for building this. Obviously there is the W1, which I believe they only built a few of them, but this is hands down the perfect Holden ever produced in my eyes, and that might be biased. Let me know below what you think your favorite Holden is.
So far, this has proved to be one of the greatest Aussie GTSR Maloos, and might I mention heavily modified ones in the country. So now, without further ado, let's hit the road and see what it drives like.
This car drives incredible. I mean, for a 1,300 horsepower car, it's awesome. I mean, it's very drivable. You can hear the charger when I give it a little bit, obviously staying within the parameters and not breaking any laws. It's great. I mean, it feels freaking awesome to be able to be behind the wheel of such a car. Being behind the wheel of these sort of HSVs and selling them, and you like see FPVs, anything Australian built, like the essence of this country, it's a privilege to be able to have such iconic motor vehicles that are well known in the world, and we've got them in our backyard, and if we're lucky enough to obviously be near Elizabeth, they were built in our own backyard. It's great. So for me to drive this car, it's a very, very big privilege, and just to know I've got 1,300 horsepower under my right foot right now is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. So we're just going to come out and we're going to obviously just give it a little bit. We're not going to go too crazy with it because obviously we don't want to break any laws. We want to do the right thing, and obviously the owner is entrusting us with this car, and we have the hard word from him, be careful with it because it is a bit of a rocket. I'm going to give my thoughts on the acceleration, so we're just going to straighten it. that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. The acceleration is phenomenal in this thing, and that was only just touching the throttle. So these cars, these LSs, the guy behind the motor that built it, done an absolutely phenomenal job. I've driven a lot of HSVs in my time, a lot of FPVs, and this is going to be one of those cars that it's probably in the top 3 best HSVs I've ever driven. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a really nice car. So, and you can just hear the supercharger. It's awesome. So I'm going to throw my cameraman under the bus. So guys, this is Din.
Hello,
He's
guys.
The man behind the camera.
Yep.
So Din, how do you feel? You were telling me before that this is your first time in a HSV Ute.
Yeah.
How do you feel in it, knowing it's so powerful and it is the great Aussie Ute?
I was kind of surprised because I've been in a fair few cars. I've driven a lot of cars from European to Japanese, basically. Never been in an Aussie car. And I gotta say, for a car with 1300 horsepower, it's quite surprising how that exhaust isn't annoying, because every time I drive a sports car, within 5 minutes I'm annoyed, but this is perfect.
Yeah.
And the second you sent it a little bit over there, you could literally feel the rear slip out, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to hold on to? And for the 1300 horsepower car to be this comfortable is something that I haven't seen before on literally any car. And obviously Jonathan hasn't accelerated properly as of yet, and I'm not too sure if he will, but I think he should for the video.
No, I probably won't, just because it's extremely powerful. I mean, I could go a little bit like that, you can hear it, but just obviously, because we've got to respect this car, respect the owner that obviously has entrusted us with it, we don't want to go crazy with it. As much as tempted as we are,
Yeah.
we need to obviously do the right thing by
Yeah.
him, but yeah,
And
just by that little bit of an acceleration, you can see that this has
Yeah.
a lot more to offer.
Yeah, and the suspension, not stiff. I do like it.
Yeah,
It's literally comfortable in here.
Honestly, this is the kind of car, I know you'd probably go through about 5 tanks getting there, but I would actually be more than comfortable driving this particular car to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
it just feels really, really comfortable.
And the interior, like sound insulation is pretty great as well. The build quality is great. And it's been a privilege to film this car. I'm going to give it back to you now.
So, you've heard it first from the cameraman, who has driven Lamborghini, been in Lamborghinis, been in RS3s, been in all the European cars. I think he's won by the Aussie Ute, and being a GTS-R, it's pretty cool. And as you can see now, I don't know if you can see out my window, but we're actually driving past the Holden plant right now. So we're probably just going to do a couple of little photos there, just so everyone can see. Because yeah, again, it's a special little moment to be able to have this car, and a privilege. So it's very much a good Sunday morning when you're driving a HSV. Let's put it that way. We're extremely sad that Holden has shut down, but when we get cars in like this, it's special to us, because for those of you who have been watching my YouTube channel and have actually come to the warehouse and met me in person or seen me at car shows, you'll know that one thing about me is I love cars. I'm passionate about them, everything cars. I've always been a Ford supporter, but I'm not one-eyed. I like my Holdens, I like my European cars, just Jap cars. I love them all. I appreciate every car for what it is. And because these were technically built across the road, but obviously, as I said, sent over to Melbourne, they're built in Australia. They're the last of their kind. And I think it's something that we, as motoring enthusiasts, need to hold on to, cherish, love, respect for years to come, so that, you know, when we get old, we can go, oh, you know, back in my day, I had a GTS-R, or I had a HSV, or I had an SS, or I had a Calais, or I had a GT. It's a cool talking point, and it's one thing for me. It's hits a soft spot having this car here. So it's a privilege to be able to sell such a car and be able to drive it, be able to experience it. So to the owner, who I know you will be watching this once it goes online, thank you very much for trusting me to sell your car. And to whoever decides to buy this car, you're getting an absolute gem of a car, and one that is hotted up. It's probably the most powerful GTS-R Maloo in the country. I could be wrong, but from what I've seen online for sale, for what I've seen on car sales, for what I've seen through some Holden forums, I believe that this is the most powerful one. So to have the most powerful king of Holdens, it's a great experience. So whoever decides to buy this, well, I'm going to be proud of you either way.